Good morning, ladies. I'm excited about our Bible study today, and I am excited to show you my new book called Life is Sweet, Just Add Sprinkles. My favorite part about the book is that I got to dedicate it to my sister. I'll read the dedication to you. It says, although you are several years younger than me, and she's going to really like that part, you've taught me plenty about sprinkles in life. I'm so happy that we were both born sunny side up. And we both had the great privilege of being born in a family that was sunny side up. The glass was always half filled, overflowing, and adding. And I'm thankful for a mom and a dad like that. But today I'm going to use one of the chapters out of the book. And it's called Wits End. Have you ever been at your Wits End? Now, when I was a teenager, we had a coffee house. You know, in the 70s, it was the happening thing. We had a coffee house, and it was named Wits End. And it was just a place where teenagers would hang out, and sometimes we would occasionally have a band or a singing group, you know, somebody with a guitar, and we served little pizzas and Coke floats and things like that in there. But it was pretty much just a place to hang out. But you know what, when we look up the word Wits End, it usually describes something entirely different. Wits End is not a place we want to hang out. Wits End means to be worried or upset because you've pretty much tried every possible solution and it didn't work. Well, the Bible says in Psalms 107:27, they reel to and fro and stagger like a drunken man and are at their wits' end. You know, you might think, wow, with this virus and with this corona going on and this pandemic and whatever name you want to give it, I'm at my wits' end. I'm stuck home. I'm with these same people and these same walls every day, and you might feel like you're at your wits' end. It might seem like a difficult place in your life right now, and you might think, how did I get here? It's not my fault. I didn't ask for this. I didn't raise my hand and say, pick me. But you know what we have to look at? We have to flip that over and realize the Bible says in Psalms 37:23, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. Are your steps ordered by the Lord? You know, no matter what storm you're going through, excuse me, how dark the day, God has put you in that place at this wit's end. You know, understand that God is never caught by surprise. He didn't go, oh my word, I didn't think of that. God has thought of everything. Don't you love it when you go somewhere and you think, these people thought of everything. Every I is dotted, every T is crossed. This is amazing. They didn't leave one detail undone. And that's exactly the way God is. Remember when God led his children through Israel? Well, you know what? They did not get to the Red Sea by mistake. They followed the pillow of fire by night, the cloud by day. They were following God's, excuse me, I have such a frog in my throat this morning. They had such a plan to follow what God wanted. They could have said, how do we get to the Red Sea? What's going on? Get the GPS. How did we miss this? No. Only 3 days after their deliverance, remember, they were exhausted and they were thirsty. And they started to complain. And the waters were bitter. Mara. But they started saying things like, did you bring us here to die? Did we do all of this to get here? But God knew the waters at Mara were bitter, right? Way before they were. And you know what? Remember, he told them to take that tree and throw it in the water. Do you know that God planted that tree way before the children of Israel even started wondering, even before they got to the Red Sea, God had planted that tree because, you know what? Of course, that tree, the wood of that tree, taking the bitter out and making it sweet represents the cross in our life. God has given us the cross. He's taken, or he should have taken all the bitterness out of our life. God planted a tree of deliverance. He's going to do it for us. We don't have to panic at Wits End. Watch God do a miracle and work his plan. You know what? I'm excited that I can think of Wits End like I did when I was a teenager. Oh, just hanging out with some friends. Are you hanging out today? Or are you hanging on by a thread? I hope you'll remember the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. I love you. If you have any prayer requests, please email them to me. And my pastor and I have such a long list of prayer requests, but it's been such a joy to pray and see some of those answered. And please continue to pray for our people, our church, our school, and our staff. And we love you, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.